there are many more buildings that we need to construct and even demolish. What I want to demolish are the church towns where our Catholic religion has reached its peak. I hope that this will greatly increase our happiness when I'm going to build these type of buildings, for example pleasure gardens that give +5 happiness to lower classes, +2 happiness and nobility, and spawns rakes. Enhances national prestige also. Here in Europe we are going for a proper campaign where we're building steam-powered clothes mills, and when going after these we should surely go after pleasure gardens also, because these give far more benefits than the church, which gives pretty much a tiny happiness boost. Not a tiny, +4 isn't tiny, but it's still, as far as I'm aware, less. So let's go to America. Let's see, so here for example I built myself one of these craftsman workshops instead of a church town. Let's look at it further. 100% Catholic without an army has +4 happiness, and we may as well get rid of the church. There are no churches here though, interestingly. Let's move on to this further. Actually, maybe the +4 happiness that it adds is just enough, but we could make it better. And it looks like I was already doing this in some cases.
Monsieur, vos ordres?
Okay, so here we brought this building down. There's more to come. 100% Catholic here also. What about this area? No churches whatsoever. Fine, it's 100% Catholic anyway. And as you can see, we do have some issues with public order. Or maybe a good idea would just be to build ourselves an extra garrison and just go for even more of these water powered or steam powered clothes mills. Or maybe it's best not to change anything whatsoever and just keep it the way it is, because we are managing quite well actually. So it's quite debatable though, but we may try one thing on an instance, another one on another instance. So it is a large project and it's unclear if that wouldn't give, if that would give much greater benefit. +4 happiness for Catholic population isn't that bad. It could be better with pleasure gardens, but for now I think that we're doing just fine. We're very happy. We even can increase our tax burden, and this would surely make people just fine. So we increased taxes for the nobility. We can increase taxes for nobility even further. Wow. Increasing taxes for lower classes would ruin us. But when it comes to nobility, things are just fine. And look at that. We would be making quite a bit of money by doing just that. And we can do this through the board. Okay. So we're going to do just that, and we'll be making 100,000 turn. Just exactly what I would want. Alright,
En avant! En attente de vos ordres et le pays!
this territory cannot be left. The Indians here are just too unhappy about the current status of the situation, as well as in here, as you know. So I will stay and
En attente de vos ordres.
well keep the way things are. Furthermore, you saw a bunch of brigades moving. That's because I've recruited from an army recruitment panel, so the troops will come from different cities into that army. Some of them will come from quite a far distance though. Done. Agent has been recruited. Well, bring him to the university here at Magdeburg, and things will be just fine. Here we are still suffering with a rebellious population. Let's go after some additional troops then. And oh, look at that, these guys here ended up being under control. I will recruit a general because we have a sizable force there now, so I'm sure we need one. Let's see if his trades are okay, not lowering the order, it doesn't look so. So things are just fine. More recruitment taking place. I mean, 100,000 water for the crystal. Brothers George and William Penrose have embarked upon a new enterprise in the city of Waterford, Ireland. Their factory produces plain and cut flint glass, useful and ornamental, and is swiftly establishing itself as the world's foremost manufacturer of fine crystal. With easy access to Waterford's busy port and thereby the world's oceans, the business is ideally placed to serve a growing global demand for its products, a demand fueled by the growing prosperity which comes with the expansion of trade. Well, one thing's for sure, we are prospering, and hopefully we will stay prospering. Surely there are many towns that need some kind of a expansion, upgrade, and with such an income we can surely achieve this goal of expansion. Oh wow, they're building quite a bit. I'd like to see that. Oh no. Oh no. In any case, looks like I just need to kind of move somewhere here. Further on. The buildings there may be just slightly cheaper, but not too cheap. And that's all there. Okay. No. Let's see minor nations. Sorry, it looks like we can even trade with them if they would. The son of India has not addled our brains. We will never agree to such terms. Well, I wouldn't have to give them money. I wonder would they agree with very, very little money. And oh, look at that. Request the other nation to come under your protection. Ha! Normally that doesn't really work. So let's see would they agree. We're not children or well-casted vagabonds who will agree to any proposal. Okay, they don't seem to be very happy with us, and will not blame them for that, and it's fine. Here I'm going to send force to garrison a port, and that'll do for now. On 700. 20, it's best to go after that port there, then fishing port can be left alone also. Later we may garrison that. Oh, these guys can garrison. Yeah, it looks like everything's once again splendid. Alright. Can wait further now. We're finally making tons of money, but all of this money is going into construction, which is very good also, because this means simply more money. And eventually we will hit the cap and become truly rich. That is, we'll pretty much have everything we need to a point where we don't have to consistently expand. Construction report. Looking good. Let's see. We're making a lot of money. And now I'm going to further expand my ports. A controversial decision because they're so expensive, but all in all, I think it's fine. Just fine. When making that much money, we can surely allow ourselves to have these global trading companies all over our empire. Surely this will make us even far more powerful. So the turns are going quite fast now. That we don't have to necessarily fight. In India, our religion needs to reach a cap. People need to kind of get used to our culture. Besides that, we are making money from our raids with Marathi Confederacy, so things are good. Here see, we're making 24,000 from reading. The Bavarian Illuminati. Founded in 1776 by lawyer Adam Weishaupt in Ingolstadt, Bavaria, the so-called Illuminati has been forced underground by decree of the Elector Palatine, who has banned all such secret societies from practicing freely in his lands. It has long been the suspicion of his ministers that such societies are seeking to undermine and bring down the accepted order of government within the society, something that will simply not do. The Elector is an enlightened man, and right-thinking men surely trust his ability to steer the ship of state through waters both troubled and calm. Whether the society's 2,000 repeated members across the continent will disband or continue to practice in secret, we may never know, as with the effects of their allegedly nefarious attempts to influence world affairs. That's interesting. Here we see more buildings constructed and few national events. Our income went down by just a little bit. Here we can see what we're exporting, and we're exporting quite a bit of stuff indeed. Everything's from India is block, but let's not forget we are raiding their trade routes, and due to that we are making a fortune. Wow, that's just absolutely amazing. Good. Things are going good.
Posons le camp.
Monsieur, je dois me reposer.
Military technology research. Top gallons. Top gallons are extra sails at the top of mast, giving the ship more sail area and therefore a higher speed. All sailing ships rely on the wind for motive power. The only practical way to make a better speed through the water at a particular wind velocity is to put on more sail. Each mast is designed to take a mainsail and a topsail, but it is possible with top gallants to add an extra sail above the topsail. Naturally, this requires more yards, ropes, and skilled sailors to set the sails. Adding a top gallant is also something of a strain on the fabric of the ship. The extra strain on masts can, in high winds, rip it right out of a hull. This catastrophic damage to the whole ship can also cause casualties amongst the crew. The speed and handling of a ship can also be improved by careening the hull, a process that takes days. This, however, is not something that will instantly give more speed, unlike setting the top gallants. Alright, let's see how things are going. We are improving, surely. And it looks like we are researching plasma. So here I can't really go after this for some reason. I'm not sure why. Unavailable. You have not met the technology or building requirements. So it looks like we'll just need to build some more stuff. For that. In any case, let's just invest more into our forts then. Something that's far more easier to achieve now. Wow, that was awesome. Okay, we're further once again focusing on exclusively